all you cool cats.
I don't know what the point of whispering that was. You could clearly hear every word I was saying.
Welcome to the Talking Rad podcast, episode 127. We're your hosts.
Episode of the Talking Rad.
Get your gooey balls ready.
Unless you're a woman, then
you're gonna drink a Pierre.
Sit.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your shirt say?
21 pounds.
Oh, it looks nice. Thanks.
What about his hat? Cole, compliment his hat.
I don't want to.
Put your butt spray on your thumb and go, ooh. We're ready, guys? Ready for this podcast?
Gross thing, nasty, nasty wasty.
So Thane won a couple Nasty Man of the Year awards.
He definitely did.
Thane, you want to just give us your whole, your work regiment to, get up to winning one of those awards?
Man, I feel so gross right now.
Told every female in my office that they're all sluts.
Oh, so you work for Activision?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Topical.
So you did that on your way out?
That was pretty
Speaking
good, wasn't
topical, Chris Chan and his mom. I'm not going to get in that.
No,
you
we
just
should.
did. You
we
just
should.
did
We're
get
there.
into that. You
We're
literally
there.
said it. We're
Fine,
there.
alright.
They just freaking dove head first into that.
Yeah, just like Chris did.
Well, on the Patreon podcast.
Was that too bad? That was too bad, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
On the Patreon podcast, I was going to say, oh, yeah, speaking of news, Chris Chan effed his mom.
So it's confirmed, right? He did it.
Yeah, he got arrested.
And he's in jail. Did they say that's why he got arrested,
Well,
though?
he's not in jail, but he's being held. He's being detained.
But is that why, though? Have they confirmed that is the reason?
Yeah.
It's confirmed.
Well, I don't think they confirmed it.
Well,
I don't really know. I
here's
haven't
the
looked
thing.
into
It's not like really
it.
confirmation. It's more like they arrested him, charged him with that.
So
that's what they
charged
charged
That
him
is what
with.
the charges
So
are,
I can
though.
go look up that he was charged with that.
Yes, he was
Okay.
charged because the recording is legitimate.
Okay, I wasn't doubting you. I just wanted to make sure that that's
it's
the reason why.
confirmed is not like the correct terminology. It's like
That's
they
what he was
charged
charged
him,
with.
Yes.
What a sick bastard. Do you know what happens, hey?
Yeah. They told me all about it.
Dave was excited
Recording
about
was
it.
horrible.
The morning of the live stream, where someone was live streaming, came and told me, he's like, dude, guess what? You remember Chris Chan? I'm like, yeah, you got that guy you guys talked about a few years ago on the podcast. And then he's like, yeah, dude, I was a huge fan up until this point.
No.
He's like, Sonic Chew is my freaking goat. I would get off on that every day, but then I just can't anymore because I can't separate the art from the creator.
No.
You hate what it
Yeah,
says.
Thane doesn't like.
Here's the thing.
Thane doesn't
You
like
literally
Chris.
cannot separate the art from the creator because the creator inserts himself so hard into it.
Oh,
Yeah, but you're. What about Chris
Yikes.
Benoit? Are you still fans of him or a fan of him?
I mean, he's dead.
What about JoJo Siwa?
But he's Christian's favorite
Yeah.
wrestler.
Cool.
I don't know what Chris
You don't
Chan
know
knew.
that, right?
Ew.
You don't know that far into the lore. You're not that far in yet.
JoJo Siwa?
You haven't
Chris
got to that
Benoit.
chapter yet
Who's-
about Chris Benoit.
I don't know what the freak Chris Benoit is.
Who? Yeah.
So Chris Chan really likes wrestling.
Uh-huh.
And he said in a video, he said, screw you, Hulkster, you fat ass. My favorite wrestler is Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit. So you're
Why'd
talking
he
about
say
Chris
that?
Benoit. He was a
He's
very
weird.
He likes
popular
him, I guess.
wrestler. I think he was a heel, which is like wrestling term for bad guy. Like there's a face, which is good guy, like John Cena, early Hulk Hogan, and
The Rock. Hey, you forgot about The Rock.
The Rock.
The hell?
What about Mark Wahlberg?
He was a heel for a while, and then I think became a face. They changed a lot. But anyways,
yeah, I hear watching wrestling is like watching an anime but not animated.
yeah, it's like a soap opera but violent.
Yikes.
So, anyways, yeah, it's like watching the longest stage play, and you can just jump in the middle. So Chris Benoit, he was just like one of the he's an angry guy, on the wrestling, and everything seemed normal. And then one day, news report that he shot his wife and kid and himself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that escalates quickly.
Yeah, it does.
Sad. A lot of sadness in that.
Yeah.
All of it. Chris Chan, the Chris Benoit.
Just anyone with the name Chris.
Yeah.
Chris
Yeah.
Paul can't win a title.
Oh, it's like that one guy, Chris Rock. Everybody hates Chris, like the
Everybody
show.
hates.
What other
Chris.
Chris's
Yeah.
got the shaft?
Signed to star in
What
a
other
Saw
ones?
movie.
Is there any other Chris's that got the shaft?
Chris Kardashian.
What about
Chris
Chris
Farley
Bosch.
got Chris
Yeah, he
Farley
won a
got the
couple
big
titles.
shaft. Rest
he's
in
good,
peace.
he's good.
Yeah, Chris Farley did.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris
Not
Farley
good.
died.
Yeah.
Chris D'Elia. He's
Damn,
coming making
Chris
his comeback.
D'Elia.
now.
He's fine. I think he's back.
What
now.
what about
Already.
Shia
Say his last
Shia
name
Chris-
right.
Shia
No, say his last name right.
You know what?
LaBeouf.
Chris Pratt's
LaBeouf.
doing pretty all right by himself.
Yeah, so maybe not
Yeah.
all Chris.
Oh yeah, Chris Pratt's a
And
Chris.
Chris Pine, I don't
Chris
really know.
Hemsworth.
What about Chris Evans?
Chris Evans, yeah, he's doing pretty good. I mean, he just got off of one of the biggest franchises, and he's a millionaire now.
Christopher Walken. He's a
we don't
beautiful
know if he's
boy.
a millionaire.
Yeah.
We don't
He's
know
like
if he
one
is.
of the highest
Captain
paid.
America.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean we don't know if he's a millionaire.
One of the
I'm pretty
highest
sure.
paid
Alexa,
actors.
is he a millionaire?
Define
Chris
me.
Evans boy.
Google Chris
I'm
Evans'
gonna-
net worth.
He's
okay.
probably
Type in net worth.
he's
I bet
probably
it's-
in the 100 million.
Yeah, 300
Cole's
mil.
trolling.
300
Cole's
mil, I think.
trolling.
I'm kind of trolling, but at the same time, like I don't think actors get paid as much as you think they do.
You're
like
kidding.
a lot of times, like the
Cole,
big ones do, but like
The Rock made like 50 million in 1 year.
I never said The Rock. I said
I'm saying
I
he's an
wasn't
actor and he's a
finished.
big boy.
Okay, he's worth 80 million.
Okay, that was way
okay.
off.
Yeah, there we go.
That's
Like,
still
yeah.
incredible.
Wait, what'd
I'm
you
not
say?
saying he's
300
not.
million. That's like Floyd Mayweather status.
I
right
was
there.
so the reason I say that is just because like he wasn't a super well-known actor before the Marvel stuff,
He's
and so
pretty
they probably
well-known.
got him for pretty
He's
cheap.
in
he
some
did
stuff.
Fantastic
He was
Four.
in Fantastic Four, and he
Yeah.
was
What
in
else
was
Scott
he in?
Pilgrim.
He was in Fantastic
and
Four.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah,
What?
Scott
I wonder what else he
Pilgrim.
was in.
Some big hit numbers right there.
I'm
That's
trying
for
to think of
sure.
what he was in.
How much? You should look up. You look up Scott Pilgrim. I'll look up how much he made from.
Wait, just go look at his
Fantastic Four.
movies.
Well, Scott Pilgrim
I'll look up his
wasn't
list of
that
movies.
big of a movie. I mean,
Well,
it was a,
now that everybody's on their phone, I want to pull up Pokemon
Yeah,
Go
Cole's
now.
really dogging on our boy.
All I'm
Chris
saying.
Pine.
Do did get
Chris
dead air. Dead. This is the video game. This is a video game. So Scott Pilgrim only made like 49. It flopped to the box office.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
made $49 million against its about $60 million budget.
Yep,
so-
sounds about right.
So yeah, no one really got paid that much for that movie.
It doesn't even say, but it does
But
say
the
that.
funny thing is, it's like a cult famous movie now, and
It's not that great of a movie. Sorry, that's my hot take of the
What
show.
movie?
I think it's fun.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh.
Like, I watched it. I think the reason why I didn't like it that much is I watched it going in thinking it was going to be like a great movie because everybody I ever hear talk about it like thinks it's the greatest thing ever. And I watched it and I was just like, oh, that was a movie.
man,
that was in fact
here's the
a 1
thing,
hour
hype
30-minute time of
destroys
my life.
expectations.
What were you gonna
Like-
say, Sky?
I was just gonna say that it says that Chris Evans got paid $44 million, making him one of the highest paid MCU stars.
Dude, I forgot
Yeah.
about that. He was in freaking
He's in Cellular.
Snowpiercer. Remember Snowpiercer?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
he was.
yeah.
That
He
was
was the main
that
guy.
was
Watch
during
that
his
movie?
that was during his
I think
Captain
we all
America
watched
days.
it together.
Yeah.
didn't
Didn't you
Isn't
like it?
Isn't
liked
he in
it.
that like love story with Taylor Swift? It's I want to say it's just called Valentine's Day. That might be wrong, but it's some random movie Taylor Swift was in. I just remember it because Taylor was in it.
So
She cute.
Yeah, cute.
So here's the thing, like I think when you get a lot of expectations for a movie, like it kind of ruins a movie.
Yeah, that's
Which
what I was
is the-
saying of Scott
yeah.
Pilgrim.
And here's the thing, Scott Pilgrim is pretty cheesy, but it's still really fun. I mean, yeah, I won't say it's the greatest movie ever, but I think it's still a really fun movie, and I think the visual effects are pretty good even today, like because they seem timeless, how they're filmed in a more stylistic approach.
What's interesting is I like what is his name, like Michael Cera.
Yeah.
I like him, but
He
don't
like when
know,
you
it just
compare it
didn't
to
do
the
it for me.
comics, he pretty much was made for that role. He pretty much can play the part.
yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, I think it's still a pretty charming movie.
So anyway, looping back real quick to the Chris
Way better
Evans
than
thing.
a lot of visual effects heavy movies.
I bet he didn't get paid much for the first Captain America because I don't think he was super well known. This kind of like reinstates what I was saying. I don't think he was super well known actor. Kind of like how Robert Downey Jr. wasn't that big of an actor until Iron Man. Like
no,
he
whoa,
was,
whoa! I'm gonna stop you right there.
he was big. Like he was.
Robert
in
Downey
things.
Jr. was huge
he was
in like
huge. That was his
in the
comeback.
80s
was
and
Iron Man.
90s, and then
Oh.
2000 he like hit drugs hard and hit rock
Well, it's
bottom.
because he went to jail.
Iron Man
Was his
raised
bounce
him back up.
yeah.
His bounce
Well,
back.
Give me a movie he was in the 80s and 90s then.
He was in. Oh shit! I have to look it up. He was in a lot. He was in a lot of movies. He was
But Cole,
a pretty big
that's
Yeah.
because you were born in the
Yeah.
in
And
'97.
hold on.
Yeah, and I've watched a ton of movies from the 80s and 90s, but the fact that you guys can't list one of them
He was in a
off
movie
that he
called
was in.
Leslie
No.
Zero.
The fact is, but the thing is like you. There's
Let
so
me-
many.
I know
There's
he's
so
been-
many actors I can list that like you have no idea about that are massive.
Yeah.
Sure.
Massive. I'm just saying like
We're talking about the ones in the limelight.
But the fact
though.
that you say that, though, it's like it doesn't mean it's true. That's your opinion. You mean you don't know who? Like, of course you don't know who he is. Sure. Like,
yeah, and
I can't
know
name
the
one
actual
either.
Numbers.
I can't name one either. But like that, I can't say that he wasn't a big actor because I have no idea.
Yeah, and I don't know the actual
he was in
numbers.
Weird Science.
How many people know Weird Science in this room other than Thane?
I've heard it. I've never seen it, but
We're
my
all.
dad's
I mean,
talked about it all the time.
that's not our
Zero.
generation, though. Dude.
I understand, but
He's in
we've
not our
Chaplin, which was
generation.
nominated for an Academy
there's tons
Award.
of movies that came out in those years though
He's
that
in
we've
Kiss
all
Kiss
seen
Bang
though.
Bang, Zodiac.
I've heard Kiss Kiss
Tropic
Bang Bang.
Thunder.
I've heard Zodiac. I've heard Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder is 2000s, though. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, I have no idea, so I can't say that he wasn't a big actor
So-
in the 80s and 90s.
He
was
may
on
he
Saturday
may
Night
have.
Live.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he's on Saturday Night Live. Everybody and their dog was on Saturday Night
Yeah.
Live.
He was in one season.
Cool. So what I was saying though is like the Marvel stuff really skyrocketed these actors. Like I was saying, I don't think they're as big. I don't think they were getting paid as much until they became Marvel actors, and after that they were a huge name. I think Marvel was what made their names as big as they are. They may have been big to begin with, but they weren't as big as they are now.
I think I would want to see who Chris Evans beat out to get the leading role of
Yeah, that'd
Iron
be
Man,
interesting.
or whatever it was, Captain
'Cause
America.
I would argue though that their first movies that they were in, Iron Man 1, Captain America 1, Thor 1, I would argue that they did not get paid that much in those ones just because they were the first ones and were
No.
less known.
Well, we
You
can
know, the
just
funny
look it
thing-
up. Like it doesn't. We don't even have to debate it. We
You know,
just
the
look
funny
it
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Yeah, look
but
it up,
would you
look
say
it
that
up.
that idea is like sound?
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean,
I'm sure they didn't get paid as much because they didn't have any
So-
leverage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So you want to know something? Scarlett Johansson, she was like the biggest actress. Like she's like had the
Which one are you
biggest
looking up,
career
sir?
high at the
How much did
time.
Chris Evans make for?
Okay, I'll
and,
look up Iron
uh,
Man.
They thought her salary out of everyone's going to be too high, so they had plans to replace her with Wasp, like an early version of Wasp in the Avengers.
Wow.
Yeah, because Scarlett Johansson was pretty big at the time. Unfortunately, I cannot name any movies since my memory's not very good. But you know she was big.
So
at
Cole,
that
I
time.
don't disagree with you. The only thing that I disagree with is just the fact that you don't know any movies, like Zay was saying, from an actor, doesn't mean they're not popular. Because there's tons of people and actors and comedians that I've never even effing heard of, and they're humongous.
Yeah.
Like household names.
Okay, so this
Like
kind of
Hugh
backs
Laurie,
up my
I did not
statement.
know who Hugh Laurie is before House, but if you look it up, he was in some big things. Like he on British TV, he was like a household name. He did a lot of stuff with Stephen Fry.
So, in Iron Man 1, he pulled $500,000. That's a lot, but when it
not
comes,
what he's getting
yes,
now.
exactly. So that kind of backs up my statement. What I was saying. Do you have Chris Evans at all?
Yeah. So,
How much did he make in that?
oh, that's Robert Downey Jr. I don't. It's like showing like a bunch of.
I'll see if I can
And
find
it was
it
kind
too
of
while
a
we're
power
going.
move to hire Robert Downey Jr. because at the time he was like just coming off of like coming out of rehab and stuff.
I don't
So-
even know. What was the first Iron Man or first Captain America? What was it?
Apparently it's
Winter
gonna be
Soldier?
Tom. Apparently
No,
it's gonna be
it's
Tom
just Captain
Cruise.
America.
Just Captain America.
The first Avenger.
Earliest,
Oh, yeah, there you go.
yeah, like one of the earlier roles is gonna go to Tom Cruise for Iron Man. I don't know how well that would have worked. I mean,
I honestly think Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
played the
he's-
role fantastic.
he's perfect. He's like made for the role pretty much. But yeah. Now that you see, I can't see him anywhere else.
He was
especially
paid $1
Tom
million
Cruise.
for the first Captain America. So that's much higher than what Robbie
Yeah.
Downey Robert Downey Jr. was paid.
'Cause here's the thing,
And that's
Chris
surprising to
Evans-
me.
Chris Evans wasn't trying to make a comeback or anything. He was kind of like that star that was like relatively known. It's like, like, oh yeah, I've heard Chris Evans.
And that said, at the point when they made Captain America, Iron Man 1 and I think Iron Man 2 had already been out.
yeah,
And so like Marvel was starting to make a name
Yeah.
for making these good
Oh, yeah,
movies.
they,
And so
they were killing it.
they probably had to pay more to get actors to do it and stuff. I think anyway.
Poor Edward Norton, dude. He decided not to do it, or they didn't come back to him for it, and he missed out.
for the Hulk.
Yeah, like he was the Hulk for the first one when Universal did it, and I think like Universal partially only owning on-screen rights to the Incredible Hulk kind of messed things up. So I think that might have factored into having hired a new actor for the Hulk.
But what's
Mark
that guy's?
Ruffalo?
Yeah, that guy's great though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mark
he's
Ruffalo. I
great.
think he's probably my favorite Hulk.
Yeah, I think he does a better
Well,
job,
Lou
but
Ferrigno.
like Edward
good
Norton
Hulk.
kind of got screwed over.
So
That does suck. What a
Well,
miss.
And
Looking
Terrence
back-
Howard man, Terrence Howard was a dick about it, and so they had to replace him. He wanted more money than Robert Downey Jr. when it came to the sequel, and it's like, no.
What actor where was he in?
He was in Iron Man 1. He was Rhodes before he was replaced by Don Cheadle.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know that either.
Who?
Terrence
Rhodey?
No, who was he?
War Machine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he was James Rhodes, I don't know his first name, Rhodey, before in Iron Man 1. And then when the sequel came around, Robert Downey Jr. was the bigger star, but Terrence Howard
wants some big bucks.
Yeah, he wanted more pay cuts. Like, you know who's the star here? It's like, you know who's the star here? We're not giving you more money.
Anyway, looping back,
Yeah.
what set this conversation off? I was just saying something along the lines of, like, they didn't get paid a lot for the first ones, but what started that?
Oh, it was the Scott. I think it was the Scott.
We're just saying. No,
Pilgrim
we're saying
thing.
there's a bunch of Chris's, aren't
Yeah.
you? We're-
Oh, yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, well, we were
Chris,
seeing a bunch of,
Chris,
like,
Like,
what
yeah.
made me
Going
go
down
off
bad.
on a tangent.
I don't remember what made us go off on that big tangent. I was trying to figure it out so we could,
It
like,
was Chris Chan.
have
I
a
mentioned
conclusion.
Chris Chan.
I understand. Yeah. I know where the Chris came
Yeah.
from. I'm trying to say, why did we go, who made what
Because
for what
we,
movies?
Because we're looking up, like, oh, no one knew who Chris Evans was. Like, I mean, he was a relatively
Okay, yeah.
well known.
Yeah.
I think, obviously, I'm not 100% in the right, but I would say my thought process on that was more in the right than what you guys are saying at the beginning a little bit.
I won't deny that being in the MCU does give you recognition.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I won't deny
obvious.
that either. Like I said, I agree
But the
with you
fact
in
that-
everything except for when you said like when you said, "Well, name one movie he's been in." Like he was a really popular actor back in the 80s and 90s. Just because we didn't know any of the
Once you-
movies or
here's
our
the thing,
generation
once
didn't watch
you-
any, doesn't discredit everything they've done.
Once they
I'm
have
not
a
trying to
career-
discredit it. I'm just saying, like, if he was that good of an actor, you would have heard what he was in.
But that's the thing, Robert
Not
Downey Jr.
necessarily, because there's tons
like
of
I
really
said,
popular
he
actors
got
that
on
I have no
drugs
idea
and
what they're
went to
even in.
jail. That's why his career plummeted. That's why Iron Man was such
I
a
don't
big
care why his
comeback.
career plummeted. I'm just saying from his past, he wasn't as well known as he is today.
He fell off. That's why he just fell off, and people kind of forgot about him for a while. So that's why it's how you can't remember his older movies.
That's
You
because I
look it
never
up.
seen any of his older movies.
Yeah, exactly.
though.
Because they're old and they're like deep cuts.
Maybe not as good because he wasn't a good actor back
like
then.
at
or
the
something.
time. No,
I
he
don't
was
know.
an amazing
Obviously, I
actor
don't
back
know.
then.
Because I've never seen them. I'm just all I'm saying is that if people don't know, then he wasn't that big of a well-known actor, I guess.
I just disagree because there's so many big, well-known actors.
You still haven't
out
seen
there.
the Goonies though, Cole. Can you name any of the characters from the Goonies?
We're not the best
Thanos
people to
is
talk
in the
about movies in
Goonies.
this retrospect. I'm just giving off what I can perceive.
I'm just saying, like
based on
that.
the stuff
That's
I've
one
seen.
example.
I at least
of one
know
that's-
what the Goonies are.
Yeah, but do you know any of the actors in it?
No.
Okay, that's one of
But
the
I
biggest
know what the
movies.
Goonies are.
in it.
That's from the
If Robert
80s.
Downey
Thanos
Jr.
is in
There
it.
are
was
like
in the Goonies,
4
I
or
would
5
know who that is.
There's like 4 or 5 huge actors in that movie that but that's a big example right there. So it's like there's a lot of big actors in now, and I know all their movies. I mean, I know a lot of their movies they've been in.
Do you see where I'm coming from, though? If Robert Downey Jr. was in that, I would know who that is
Yeah,
because he's big now.
yeah, but
Dude,
like,
man,
but
Josh
but
Brolin,
my
that
but
was
my
so
point
young.
being is
Yeah.
like there's a lot of they're like Josh Brolin, for example, Thanos. He's in the Goonies.
Yeah, he's
He's
really
a huge
young.
actor, but like you wouldn't like you. I mean, if you didn't know, like you wouldn't know. Like it's just like. But that's it. That's all I'm saying. Is like that's an '80s movie. Like
His
that's
dad
he's another
almost
big
played
actor.
James
So it's like
Bond.
yeah.
And
When it
there's
comes
tons.
to just someone so recognizable like Robert Downey Jr., though, I feel like you would recognize him more in movies. And sure, we haven't seen him. Obviously, we're not the best experts on this. I asked Thane specifically because I thought he might know more when I originally asked the question.
Yeah.
But regardless, I don't think we're the best movie buffs to really discuss that. That said, I still think his look is so iconic that you would recognize him in any old movies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's part of what I was getting at. That's why
He looks
I said
exactly
name a
the
movie he
same.
was in then. Exactly, that's the point.
Yeah.
He looks exactly the same. So you'll be able to recognize him in his older movies.
I bet
And
you
so
my
you can't
parents
because you
could
can't
say
means
who
in my
what he's
mind
in.
he's not that big of an actor in those older movies. Whereas nowadays everybody and their dog knows Robert Downey Jr. That's my whole thought process behind it. Well, like I said, I'm not a movie expert. I don't know everything there is to know about these
so
things.
you're saying he's no Tom Hanks?
I'm saying, yeah, he's no Tom Hanks. Sure, he's no
He is now.
yeah, nowadays, yeah. Or the big one I was thinking of was
Tom Cruise?
No,
Jim Carrey.
he died. Robin Williams.
Yeah,
Robin Williams was one of those, you knew Robin Williams, and his movies are old. He made some new ones too, but you knew him. He was a big actor back in the days, and everybody knew him. Nobody knew Robert Downey Jr., and the fact that we can't come up with a movie without looking it up of his prior to Iron Man, that's kind of where I'm coming from, if that makes sense.
See, and I understand where you're coming from. Like I said, I think my only disagreement with it is just because we don't know doesn't mean that it's
And
not.
that's exactly what I was saying. We're not the movie experts.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be the authorities on this. I'm just basing this off of our actual knowledge.
All right.
And our actual knowledge is pretty dang generic. And that's why I think the general public wouldn't know Robert Downey Jr. that much till Iron Man.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
all
what
right. Very,
I would
very
say. That's what
generic.
made him a household name. Just
Yes.
like that's what made Michael Jordan a household name.
Yeah,
Like,
I've never once
it's
said he
on
was a
whole new
bad
level.
actor back in the days. I said he wasn't known. He was that's a good way to put it. He wasn't a household name. So that's
one
why
of
I was
those-
saying that to begin with.
He's one of those better known actors that appeared in stuff. It's like, hey, it's Robert Downey Jr. Kind of like a Guy Pearce.
I think the fact that he only got $500,000 for the first Iron Man solidifies my statement. I don't think it proves it by any means.
Well,
I think it gives it an
one-
80%
That's because
prove,
his
I guess.
career was at a low point. So
Doesn't matter if it was at a low point or not. He's still a name. If people knew his name, they'd go, "Oh, hey, that's Robert Downey Jr. He's doing an Iron Man thing. We should give him money because he's doing Iron Man." But it didn't happen like that. Say it was, yes, let's say Robin Williams did it. If they gave it to Robin Williams, they probably would have had to pay him like $5 million to
like
do
this,
it.
if they originally
'Cause they
gave it
know
to
him.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Tom Cruise. was
everybody knew
originally-
Tom Cruise. He's
Yeah.
in Mission Impossible over and over. Everybody knows
Yeah.
him. He's a household name. They gave it to him. That's $5 million,
Yeah.
not the $500,000 Robert Downey Jr. because it wasn't a household name that people knew. That's where I'm coming from. The whole thing. That was my thought process. I'm glad we finally figured out how to. I'm glad I figured out how to tell you what I thought. I don't care if you guys accept what I say. That's just what I think, and the price that he did get paid kind of makes me think that even more so. Like, I haven't been convinced otherwise, I guess. So that's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, like I said, I agree with you.
So-
I think what you're saying is valid.
Okay.
But
All right. Well,
yeah, whatever.
I
Well,
think
guys,
Thane's
it's
the
up
one that's
to you.
arguing that.
it's up to you to disprove Cole in the comments. Tell how big of a household name Robert Downey Jr. was in the 80s. Get to it. Humiliate him. Humiliate that man.
Please do. If you can, I'm open to hear it.
I'm
I
saying-
don't think
all
you
I'm
can.
saying
though.
is-
Maybe post some stats of the movies too, if you got those.
Speaking of humiliation, guys,
Oh, no.
we got
Talking bull.
Mountain Lightning. It's
Ew.
knockoff Mountain Dew.
Ugh.
Honestly,
Oh, man. Sky,
my
well,
entire
Sky,
life,
do you need some money, Sky?
never had this.
Sky,
No.
I can loan you some money.
I just
if
thought
you need some money to buy a decent drink, Sky.
Oh,
I can
wow.
loan you
It's,
some money.
it's actually made by Walmart.
so.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't
it's one of
know
those
that.
great value brands.
Yeah, the reason I grabbed this is because I'm like, dang, I don't really like Mountain Dew, but I think this would be a funny
I
drink.
might like Mount Lightning.
Mountain
Guys,
Lightning.
Yo,
have you
real
seen the-
talk? They actually have orange juice in here, just like Mountain Dew does.
No,
Actually, this
you
is a
guys-
concentrate, not the normal
Have
stuff.
you guys seen the
but-
picture with the? I've showed Sky in one of the podcasts the all the Dr Pepper knockoffs
It's like
in one
Mountain Dew.
picture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's so many.
like there's Dr Thunder, Dr
Pib.
Fizz, Dr Pip.
Mine tastes really watered down.
It's pretty dang close.
Watered down
Yeah.
Junior.
Dr Shasta,
It's definitely, yeah, it's a watered down. It's not as like
Dr Kroger,
citrusy,
something like-
I would say, or like limey. You know how Mountain Dew's kind of got that limey
So,
taste to it.
I
If you
can't give a fair assessment because everything I drink now, most of it like sodas, like it just tastes gross. I think it's because of the covey, you know.
Me
Cove
too.
Oh, the Coke.
Yeah.
It's because
It
of my
just
surgery.
tastes weird. So like I mean maybe
This
it
tastes
good.
gross
What does
because
it
of my
taste like?
surgery, or the Covey. It might be one of those too.
It just-
Because did you have weird
it-
taste now? I think in
Kobe.
it might be the coof. It might be my
The coof.
moving my jaw, but yeah, I think it might.
It
Good.
tastes like a less strong or less powerful Mountain Dew.
It does.
Because Mountain Dew has much more of a punch to it. This does not have
It
that
does,
punch.
like,
It
yeah,
tastes
this-
like
this
a
kinda-
melted popsicle.
It's not bad.
to me.
You know, it tastes good.
If you take Mountain Dew,
Knockoff
turn it to a
soda.
popsicle and melted it, and then maybe add a little bit of water in there, it's probably what you got.
This isn't.
So you pay the
I
extra
don't-
50 cents or whatever it is. Get the actual one.
I don't like Mountain Dew. I'd never get this. I just thought
Citrus
it'd be a
flavored
funny
soda
meme.
with other natural flavors.
I don't
What are
think,
the other natural flavors?
I don't think
Mason.
Zay was telling you to pay extra 50 cents.
What are
just
the
for Mountain
flavors,
Dew.
Mason?
I think he was saying just like in general, people don't buy this, just buy Mountain Dew.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't calling you out specifically, this guy.
Yeah, Mountain
Oh.
Dew in this is pretty cheap.
Dude, it's like this falls flat. It's like you're expecting
Yeah.
that Mountain Dew to
It
like
falls flat.
like that strong.
That's a great
but
way to
no,
describe
this
it.
Isn't, I don't know.
I'm gonna give this a solid 5, right down the middle. If Mountain Dew is like a 9 for me, this is a 5.
I don't like Mountain Dew, so I'm gonna give this a 3.
I mean, this is better than some of like the fountain drinks I get at McDonald's. So I guess.
But
I'll
I
give
don't
it
like
a
scores, so
4.
I'm gonna give it a.
I'll give it
Eh.
a 4.
Give it a.
Wait, I'm-
I'll do 5. I like it. I'll maybe do 5.5.
I'm curious, guy.
I'm
you
not
paid,
mad at it.
You paid for the 12 pack. How much money was the 12 pack?
$3. It
$3.
was cheap.
And I don't know off the top of my head, but I think a Mountain Dew 12 pack's 5.
That probably sounds about right.
Yeah. So literally $2 more would
Yep.
get you that much
Better
more
soda.
quality.
You
It's
get better-
crazy how much of a difference that
you
actually
get better
is.
content for that price. Yeah.
And I feel like
'Cause
the
this-
carbonation hits a lot harder in Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
This is, you're right, Zay. This
It's
is
flat.
Just flat. Maybe I just got a bad batch.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
doubt
I don't
you
know.
did. I think
I don't
this
know
is
if we can
probably
give them
what
that
it
much
would
credit.
taste like.
I don't know if the
Yeah.
makers over at Mountain Lightning
It's
are
freaking
doing
literally
too hot.
Walmart. It's literally Walmart.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until now. Did Walmart like buy them out or something, or have it always been
No,
Walmart?
Probably
I've
just
never
Walmart.
heard of this. Is this always
There's a
been around?
There's a Dr. Thunder there too.
What's
which
interesting is like
Is
looking at the
Dr. Thunder
ingredients.
Walmart's brand as well.
I
I
probably
don't know. Looking at the ingredients, like this is literally all of Mountain Dew's ingredients. The only thing that I see different literally is the orange juice concentrate, whereas Mountain Dew literally just says orange juice, no concentrate.
What's kind of funny though is like
Even as yellow
Walmart
number
will pay
5.
for the rights to sell Dr. Pepper and like Mountain Dew, but then they'll just turn right or back around and just be dirty bad.
I don't think-
their brand right next
Do you think
door.
it costs them to sell Mountain Dew, or do
Oh,
you
I have
think
no.
the Mountain Dew
I've
is
always been
paying
interested
them?
in that. I've always been interested in how
So,
much it would
I
be.
think
I
this
imagine they buy the Mountain Dew and just
yeah,
sell it.
that's so. I have a friend. His dad owns a retail store, and he was telling me that's how it is. Is like they obviously have to buy all the inventory, but since they're a store and they can buy in wholesale, they buy cheaper and then sell for more. If that makes any sense.
Oh,
That's all they do
so
with all
they're
their.
they're just
Oh,
buying the
okay, okay.
product.
I get that. That would make
Yeah,
it a
Mountain
lot.
Dew doesn't care with the selling, or Pepsi
That'd make it
doesn't
a
care
lot
with the
better
selling.
than trying to split like a percentage after the purchase is made.
Yeah.
Oh, that would make it a lot
No,
easier.
I think Coke and Pepsi, I think any brand makes all their money up front, and they let the franchises or the
I'm sure.
anyone else
Yeah,
that's
that
selling
makes
it.
sense.
They have to be the ones that eat the freaking.
If it goes bad
Yeah,
or
if
if
it
no
goes
one
bad.
buys it, yeah, that makes sense. I've never even thought about it.
Or like if somebody freaking knocks over like a whole rack of wine or
Yikes.
something or beer, like you
The
see those,
wine
right?
just
yeah. I guarantee you, it's the freaking store owner that's eating that.
They're
It's
eating
not freaking Bud Light that's taking the L on that one.
I guess that's where the insurance comes into play
Yeah.
because stores have insurance they use for those kind of like things.
So, Thane, what topic are you going to loop back to while you're looking up?
So I know I'm not gonna argue like of Robert Downey Jr.'s popularity, but
There's
I
the
want to
topic
look up why
looping
they
back.
picked him, and they almost didn't pick him because Marvel, the studio, said no, we're not gonna pick him because of his drug use, his history. But John Favreau, the director, said I want to pick him because he's like the best choice.
John Favreau directed Iron
Yeah,
Man?
he directed the first two. No,
Oh wow,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, and he was
Is
in
that
it. He
why
was
the
happy.
third one sucked?
Yeah, that
Did
was
the third
happy.
one suck? I
That's
never
crazy.
saw
it
People
was
say it's like
okay.
I
It
watched it.
was
It wasn't
okay.
that great.
Dude, that's crazy. That he
was like-
directed those. I didn't
Like
know
I
that.
didn't like the twist,
And he's
but
a
it
good
was like-
actor.
It was a decent movie.
Who's John Favreau?
He played Happy
Yeah.
in the
also
Iron Man
in-
and
in
Spider-Man.
And
Spider-Man.
Happy Feet?
No,
No,
I don't know
Happy,
John
the big
Favreau
guy.
is.
He's in
He was his
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So you knew the new Spider-Man's Happy, the one that like makes sure he like is the
He's like the
father
chauffeur, and then he
figure
starts
of-
to date. Did he start
Oh,
to date
yeah,
Peter
yeah,
Parker's
yeah,
aunt?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
got him.
We
Yeah.
think they're dating, but then Amy's like, no, I'm not.
He's the
dating
guy that
him.
kind of looks like the guy that goes aliens.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like him.
He's
Not a
also
lot,
he's
but a
also in
little bit.
another banger, probably one of my favorites of all time, Couples Retreat. If you ever seen
So-
that.
So here's the thing. Happy was supposed to be killed off in Iron Man 3. You probably figured this out, but the scene where like the guy blows up and he's like injured, that's where he's supposed to die.
Oh, I totally knew that.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember anything about the movie other than that he's got Black Iron Man.
Yeah.
Speaking of dying, here's a
That was
guy.
an Iron
that-
Man
Speaking of
2.
almost dead,
Yeah, here's a guy that sent us a thick thoughts this week.
he
called
sent a thick thoughts from
Tom
the grave.
Stiggs. .mp4.
Is that what it is?
Big thoughts this week.
Show a video.
Mac and cheese or baked beans. I prefer. Oh shoot.
Mac and cheese. Mac and
I
cheese.
didn't
He's
think
gonna
that
say mixed.
hard.
Mac and cheese.
Mix them.
I'm gonna go with mac and cheese because a good mac and cheese is better.
He's
than
up in the
No,
screen.
it's not. I don't know, dude. That one's so
Fred,
tough. Like, good
no.
baked beans.
No,
it's
that's not
so
Fred,
good,
that's,
but they can be shit.
One of the Venture
Mac
brothers.
and cheese, even okay. I'm going mac and cheese because even like mediocre mac and cheese is better than like mediocre baked beans. You know what I mean?
Mostly meat boomers just like putting meat
What happened?
boomers rambling.
Oh, back to you.
What happened? Because he's recording, I'm assuming.
He's high. He's high. So he said mediocre mac and cheese is better than mediocre baked beans. Baked beans slap though, but dude, mac and cheese slaps too. Oh gosh,
So,
that's
question,
a tough one.
how
No, why
often-
would you ever ask something
Don't
like
do
that?
it, Sky. Don't do it.
How often?
No! I know what you're gonna say.
How often?
Would you rather have sex with the
No.
mac and cheese or the baked beans?
After
No.
you inject beans
Both.
straight into your veins.
No. How often do you eat baked beans over mac and cheese?
Oh, that's not at all what I thought you were gonna say. I take it all back. Never
Remember
mind.
the memes
I
where
don't
it's
even-
like, oh,
I don't
beans,
even
I
wanna
love
know.
beans.
He's
There's
I think you're gonna mix
pictures
them.
of beans
Oh,
everywhere.
that
People
might
mix
be
them
fun.
all the
That
time.
might be fun.
I don't like
No,
the
here's the
mixing.
thing,
I
here's
don't
the
like
thing.
chili-ish stuff anyway. I guess it's not
mac
baked
and
chili,
cheese
is it? It's baked
with
beans.
chili mac and cheese,
Yeah,
baby.
I don't like that. It's gross.
That sounds fun
Really?
to me.
Do some homemade.
Well,
chili,
I don't
though.
like
Don't trust.
Well, Cole, I
don't
don't
buy
like
some
mac and
from
cheese very
Wendy's.
much, and also I don't really
Yeah,
like chili
Wendy's
on it.
specifically.
I'm not gonna eat just a random bowl of chili like from Wendy's.
My dad
Gross.
would. My dad totally would.
You would?
Yeah. I'd rather-
Is your dad savage?
He's a savage.
Every
once in a while, like-
a large bowl of chili. Everyone's getting burgers.
So
Can I
sometimes.
get a large bowl of chili.
No, not that. Every once in a while, he'll get the chili at Wendy's, but very rarely. But the thing I'm thinking specifically is like, so like sometimes when my mom's out of town or something like that, and like me and my dad, like I'm in high school and we're like fending for ourselves. I see my dad just grab a can of chili and says, "Cole, I'm making chili. Do you want any?" Back then, I didn't really like it at all. I was like, "No, I'll just get something for myself." And he just crack open a can of chili, pour it in a pot, and just warm it up.
Warm it up.
I remember that
Nice.
very specifically. It was a pretty
Nice.
regular thing whenever my mom was out of town or whatever,
Gosh.
or she was busy or something. I don't know.
Dude, that's
Nice.
funny.
Taco soup.
Taco soup's yummy.
Yeah.
Dude, chili. I like.
You know what it is,
chili.
Cole?
My
it's
mom
just
makes
chili
great
with
homemade
taco
chili.
seasoning.
I like chili
Homemade
a lot
chili
more
slaps,
now.
dude.
I don't want to mix it in my macaroni still.
I need to
But
try
that's
it. I've never tried
good.
it.
That's the best.
We should
Cole.
try it. We should do a baked
I don't
beans
want to.
macaroni
It's
taste test.
Gross.
No, put chili. Not just raw baked
Okay,
beans.
yeah, I think
chili.
you'd want to do chili. Actually,
Fine,
I don't
chili.
think you want
We'll
to
do
baked
chili.
beans.
That sounds fun too.
We need to use baked,
Baked
beans.
beans
though.
is
Let's look for a
literally
good
for
recipe.
vegans.
Let's look up a good
Well,
comes
recipe.
down
actually,
to it,
there's
I just
cheese
like
and mac
beans.
and
You don't
cheese,
like
so you have
baked
to get
beans?
vegan mac
No.
and cheese.
Hey, you don't like
No.
baked beans?
What I like baked beans just like not just alone. I just don't eat a bowl. I like it as an ingredient, like in a soup or something.
Every once in a while, he opens
you
up his.
can't do like. So let's say you have like.
It's kind of like cheese.
What if
I
you had
can't
like a-
eat cheese raw?
What if you had like a
but
sandwich?
like anything on it?
What if you had like a
it's good.
sandwich and like a salad or chips, and then you have the baked beans? So it's kind of like not all mixed together, but just like on a plate. Would you do that?
Can you eat baked beans alone?
Like
I don't
in that
know,
setting,
like,
not just a bowl.
Every once in a while, like when he's craving beans, he just opens up his computer and just gets a spoon and scoops.
There's
one.
beans in there. There's nothing but beans.
These,
like,
these aren't
oh,
supposed to be in there. No,
yeah.
none of this shit's supposed to be in there. This
No,
is food.
That's the full pumps.
It's a food
Those
pump.
are some fun videos.
Someone
That,
sugared
I
your
didn't like
gas
the rest
tank.
of his video, but I like that specific part
Yeah,
of how he do
I
them.
need to watch
hate
the
way
one where he
edits
goes
them,
and
though.
fixes
You don't like the way he edits
the
his video?
He puts a bunch of bull crap in there,
I
and then
like
you get to
that,
the part
'cause
that
he
you
does-
like, and then there's some more bull crap they don't care about.
Oh, I like he does the random stuff.
I don't like the
he
random
films
stuff at
everything.
all.
Just puts it all
I
randomly
think it's
together.
so dumb.
That's his video. I like it.
It's literally like
because he just gets himself.
it's literally
into
like,
some
okay,
shenanigans.
we have this part that's funny, and we have all of this other footage it's not, but we want to use it. Put it with the funny stuff, title the video the funny stuff, and then who freaking knows where it's gonna be.
Yeah,
in
but
the
what's
video.
nice is he puts timestamps. So he's like, yeah, I know why you're all here. So if you want to skip the BS, go to this
There you go.
time.
But yeah,
Wet
basically
hole.
a lot of
Wet
times,
hole?
Don't worry about it.
a lot of times people are they're all concerned.
Don't worry about it.
He always send pictures.
Damn.
Yikes.
Let me close it out. I don't remember what I was
Sky,
gonna say anymore.
Who are you DMing?
Hey, Wet Hole. Shout out to Wet Hole.
Okay, just so you know, Wet Hole's the guy that we've been doing that collab with for the last
The Life is Strange.
6 months.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
That was forever ago,
It hasn't
wasn't it?
come out yet,
Still
but
grinding.
well, he was going through some tish, so he's
Damn.
doing better.
Sorry, bro.
So is he
Sorry,
still want to
Wet
do
Hole.
it?
Yeah, he's almost done.
Oh,
Good for
okay.
him. We'll promote the hell out of that thing because that's been a long time.
I love that
coming.
name though. It's so
We're not-
funny.
So we're not. It's not a collab. It's just his own solo project now.
Well, we
Or-
did a collab on it.
Oh,
Did you contribute quite a bit?
We did like
we
a
just
paragraph
did,
or
yeah,
something.
a couple
Okay. Okay,
Okay,
paragraphs.
I was gonna say there. He
Okay.
didn't ask us to do that much. I thought, but
He literally wrote the script. We just
So-
read it.
so why is he still updating? Is like, oh, here's the progress. He just likes to do that. To
Yeah,
check
and then
in.
he's sending us the thumbnail, and Cole was giving him some tips.
Okay.
wow. You guys are really getting involved in that.
Not
It's
really.
the first time he's messaged in probably 3
Yeah, I'm
months.
literally
Oh,
messing with the
okay,
camera,
okay.
and this
It
guy
just
goes, "Hey,
happens
Cole,
to
look
be
at this," and then I look at it, it's just freaking this
Why'd
big
you
lady with her
decide to
belly, and
collaborate
shoving
with
things in
him
the belly,
again?
and then he goes, "Oh yeah, also check this out."
Oh wait, did you see that video?
Yeah, I was like, "What the freak is that?"
Fucking lady
I
just-
I don't want to sound rude or anything, but
Oh,
why
no.
did you decide to collaborate with him?
He really liked our Undertale video,
Oh, okay.
and then he just asked, and I'm just like, well,
Thane,
sure.
why do you think we
yeah.
collaborate with you? Because we really like you.
Well, I'm part of the team.
Thane, he literally said this. He literally
He
said,
team.
I want
We're
to I want to
team.
comment on your team thing after this, but
Okay.
anyway, he said very nicely. He's like, I know you'll probably say no, but I'm going to shoot my shot anyway. Would you want to be on a video with me? And I said, yeah, sure, why not?
He did all the
Okay.
work. He did
He
everything.
he literally did everything. He wrote the script.
He
He
just played the
read
game
it.
to see what it was about.
He didn't. He didn't just.
Poop.
That's all. We're just gonna. I'm
You
just
know,
gonna leave it
calling
at
other
that.
people.
I'm just gonna leave it
names
at that. And then he
and
didn't.
stuff.
I will say though,
I'll
Thane,
edit it out.
going back to
Okay.
your
But
team
I'm,
thing,
I'm saying like this. I mean, this guy was way cooler.
this
Okay.
this is how a collab probably should go. I
Yeah.
mean, we probably should have put in more effort. At least wrote our own parts
So
of
here's
it,
the thing
which
about
I think I did.
collabs.
Hold on, let
You
me
did.
finish.
You
Yeah,
did.
I definitely
remember.
wrote some of the stuff we talked about and changed some of the stuff he did, just because I wanted to give our opinions in there.
We want it to be our words.
Yeah, because the game wasn't amazing. It's not horrible. It has a really cool concept, but it's not like I would never go and
the
play that game
story
again.
was
It's not
fun.
like it's sell some
The-
of your prized items.
It
to
being
play
a video game was what was bad about it.
It was like a teen drama. It needed to be like a TV show.
Yeah.
like
I
a,
honestly
seven
played
episode-
the first episode. I was like, I don't really want to play any more of this. I'm not
It's
really
literally
invested.
the gameplay part was what made that game hard to play. If it was literally just like a TV show, like Sky said,
Also, I gotta admit, Chloe's unlikable.
or even a visual novel, it would have been a lot better.
yeah. Okay,
I didn't like Chloe either.
Go ahead.
She was the bad girl. I hated her the
Yeah.
whole time.
They, but we're talking about
She's
Life
like-
is Strange, not
she's
Until
like-
Dawn. Just
She's
so
like
you know.
that. I'm
Until
so
Dawn's
troubled
good.
and angry at the world, and you're supposed to sympathize. She's like, oh, I wonder what.
Yeah,
the
she did some
problem.
dumb
I'm
stuff, and I
What
hated
a
it.
bitch! That's what I was like.
Well,
oh, get over yourself.
Here's the problem
Pretentious little
here's the problem is they
Dang.
don't introduce
Who's even
elements to make
Patreon?
you like Chloe until like halfway through the game. So it's like
Yeah.
it's too late for
It's
me to
way
like
too
her.
late.
I
yeah.
can't sympathize with
That
the
being said, Last of Us 2
Okay,
did
that's
that
different
with-
though, because you don't even know anything about
exactly.
her.
But what I'm saying though
This
is
one, you're seeing her the entire time.
I know, but the thing is like you start off hating Chloe because she's just an a-hole the whole time, and then at the very end they're like, oh, but this is why she's an a-hole, and it's
you're
like, well, it's too
oh,
late.
Okay, but yeah, it is
But
a little bit late.
in Last of Us 2, it's like, oh my God, she just killed my favorite guy. I hate her, and you hate her for the first half of the game,
and you don't because you don't see her.
yeah, you don't
either,
ever
though.
see her again. Yeah.
So when you see her, it's like, okay, let's see what she's about. What's her redemption, quote unquote? What's her
That we
redemption?
weren't gonna mention Last of Us 2.
I love how freaking butthurt Thane gets about that. Anyway,
Just
we're a
don't.
team, Thane.
He
Tell us
hates
about
that
our
game.
team.
yeah, go back to collabs. What you
He hates that game. I forgot how much you hated
Oh, he
that
hated
game.
it.
that was
It's
a
because
rough
you read a bunch
playthrough.
of bad
It's a
reviews.
great game.
No,
That
honestly.
sets you off
It's
in the
pretty
bad
dang
way, I
good.
think. Right, Thane?
It's a little repetitive, but it's good.
But then didn't you read some bad reviews at the before
Some
we
weird
played?
story beats, but
I just don't like revenge
feel like
plots,
that's
and I
what
think
happened.
Thane agrees with that. I think the revenge plots aren't happy, but that's not
no,
a happy
It was
game.
not supposed to
Oh,
be
that's a
happy.
very
Yeah.
great.
Honestly,
dreadful
my
game.
biggest problem with the game, with Last of Us 2 specifically, without spoiling anything, is that you have to do something, and you go do it. 2 seconds later, that thing you did becomes completely irrelevant, and that was literally like a 2-hour portion of the game. And it was like, why? Why even
thanks
bother?
for the bra pads. Thanks
Basically,
for the boob
yeah.
helper.
And
the
so
boob lift.
that's what kind of made me mad. I'm like, okay, whatever. That's the one part of the game I didn't like.
You know
Also,
what?
it was a bit repetitive just because Last of Us
You know
is
what?
basically.
I think it was
I
like
will
a shooter.
say-
5 hours too long.
I will say, despite your thoughts on Last of Us Part 2, I think 1 is better. And
Oh,
I think
yeah.
a lot of
Yeah,
people
one's
won't
better.
Oh, yeah, without a
disagree with
doubt,
you
dude.
with that.
Last of Us 1 is probably
'Cause Last
one of
of
the
Us 2
greatest
is-
games ever
Took
made.
too many risks.
I like that though. I like when game developers take risks.
Yeah, they try something new.
Yeah,
and
try
Especially-
something different.
Especially try
I
and
will
follow up
commend
the
the
one
gameplay
like that.
wasn't
risk.
trying anything
Dude,
new though.
They
I'll tell
had
ya.
to go. They had to go all out with number 2.
Final
'cause number
boss
1
was
was so
unnecessary. I
good.
will say
yeah.
that much.
They should have tried more things with the gameplay because it was literally just Last of Us 1's gameplay.
Yeah, that's why not to like. I look at games on the gameplay aspect, and that's a hot 6 out of 10.
Yeah, the
on
gameplay-
Both games.
While the gameplay of Last of
games?
Us 2 is better than Last of Us 1, it still doesn't justify that it's still just the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like they had like 10 years to come up with new
That said,
wild concepts.
it had been working,
Was
and
it
it
really
still
that
works
long?
for them because they started with Uncharted
Yeah.
1, and it's literally the
Dang.
same all the
It
way to
doesn't
Last of Us
work
2.
for
Here's the
me.
thing though.
Did you like Uncharted?
I like.
Then it worked for you.
But Thane, who
Dab, dab,
who
dab.
plays Last of Us for the gameplay though?
Here's the thing though with
Oh,
Uncharted.
I do.
I'm
that one guy.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling gaps in
That was-
between.
it's so good at
They
the
had
multiplayer.
enough improvements in between each game to make them feel fresh every time. Like Uncharted 4 with the grappling hook, that felt very fresh.
I
very
would
fun.
say the improvements from Last of Us 1 to Last of Us 2 are very substantial, but it's still the same gameplay. You're still
Yeah.
hiding in bushes and stuff.
compared to Uncharted, where each game feels pretty different.
I can't argue that because I have not played through Uncharted 2 or any
And I
other
don't
than
want to
one.
argue about Naughty Dog anymore,
But I
so
did
let's
play-
just shut up about them.
I
And let's
did
go
play
on.
2
about Alan
hours of
Wake?
Uncharted 2, and from what I saw, it was basically the
horror
same
game?
thing. It's not a horror game. It isn't like a
I thought Alan Wake-
psychological thriller.
I thought Alan Wake was like a horror game.
Yeah, it is. It's
I want
an
to play that
action
game.
horror
That's
game.
one of those ones I want to play. I'd like to do a video on it too someday. Maybe I'll do it for like October. Or
You know what?
something.
No, we should
Yeah,
start. We
that'd be
should
cool.
start all the way from. I want to do Remedy, where we start all the way from Max Payne 1 and go all the way to Control.
Oh, good lord.
I'm
so
not gonna do
it's
that.
it's only the shooters. It's only Max
I'm
Payne
just
1
gonna
and 2.
play Max-
you want
I'm
to
just gonna
grind?
play-
You want to grind
Max
through
Payne
that?
1 and 2, Alan Wake, Quantum Leap, and Control. That's
Thane,
only like 5
Thane,
games.
Thane.
Wait, there-
and
is
you
this
want to
all-
play
Thane, is it all
Uncharted 1,
continuous
2, 3,
story?
4,
No.
and you want to play
It's not, okay.
Ratchet and Clank, and
Tomb
you want to play
Raider.
Sly Cooper, and you want to play Tomb Raider, and
Ratchet
you want
and
to do
Clank,
all
no.
of these games.
Ratchet
Good
Clank,
thing
no.
our
Sly
lives are
Cooper, maybe.
Gonna be long.
Good thing
right?
we stream regularly to get these long
Hey,
games
Saturday
done.
streams, Thanes. I think you should do.
Yeah,
your
I know.
long
I
Saturday
should. I
streams.
should just like get up after work by work, and I just kind of want to relax. You know.
I
Relaxing,
understand,
okay.
and that's
Yeah,
what
relax in
you,
your
things don't
gaming chair
happen.
while there's your
Tomorrow
cameras
I don't have
on.
work. I could wait. When do you stream?
Tuesdays and Thursdays mornings.
I stream. Oh, Wednesdays and Fridays.
Do it.
I'll be here Friday. Maybe I might stream on Friday.
I
So
will
you're
not
not,
be here
you're not
Friday.
leaving Friday?
No.
Or you're not?
Alright.
Oh, you're not leaving this weekend?
No.
Okay. Yeah,
I
that'd
will
be
not
cool.
here this
All right,
weekend.
I will play all of the Remedy games because I pretty much have all of them, and the shooters at least. I know they made a few other off-genre games, but who cares about those? I'm gonna do all the shooters.
Okay, hold on. Before we go into the topics, because I do have a couple topics that I think are interesting, and I'd love to talk to you guys about them. What did we release this weekend? This Friday?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
The Spider-Man, wasn't it?
You might see. I want to get that one out, so you might.
Can you do a
might see
teaser?
it.
What if you just did a teaser trailer? Threw that up.
I could do a
No,
teaser.
Oh,
we're doing the actual video. F that bull.
That's
crap.
better than nothing. Is what I'm
No,
saying.
it's not.
No.
It's
It
worse
is.
than
It is.
nothing.
I don't know.
I'd rather just have the full product
I
out.
take
Oh,
a
okay,
trailer
okay.
over nothing.
I would not take a trailer over nothing.
I would. You
That's
you
a cop-out. That's literally bull crap.
Honestly, no, it's Thane's video. If he made it, if you did all the effort to put a trailer out for it, I would be excited,
But
dude.
that's not a
Hell
Friday
yes.
video.
Wait, hold
We're
on.
not
Hell
letting him do a
yes.
trailer
Hold
for Friday
Here's
video.
like
He's been
a
on this
Wednesday
freaking
teaser.
video for
That's like a
months.
teaser
Here's the
for
here's the
Wednesday.
You
power
need to
move.
cop out with a
Here's the
trailer.
freaking alpha power move.
Yikes.
They make the trailer for a video that never comes out.
Oh!
So we just get the trailer forever.
What
No.
movies are like that? There's been movies like that where like
They're
they'll
like
do a trailer
fake
and nothing
trailers.
comes out.
There's like fake trailers.
Oh.
The
It's
Halo
like
movie baited
Halo
me.
had a Well, it was more like a project that said
Man, it
we're
was
leading
so
up
cool
to a movie.
too, dude. Oh,
then
I
it
wish
never
that would have
came
come
out.
out. I mean, Halo Forward Unto Dawn was cool, but like, man, that Halo YouTube trailer thing. I'm sure you both know what I'm
I know
talking
exactly
about.
what you're talking
The
So
about.
effing good. Like a guy gets freaking pinged to the wall by a brute spiker.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
would've
the
made
Warhog
us, like-
scene.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
yeah.
I showed my dad. I
They
remember showing
had-
my dad this. I was like, Dad, look, they're gonna do it. They're gonna make a Halo movie.
He's like, this
I-
is fake.
I was like 13 or 14.
He's like, fake!
No, he
Screaming
thought
in his
it,
little boy's
he thought it
ear.
was cool. He's like, yeah, I hate the movies, but I'll go with you to watch this. And I'm just like, God damn, yeah,
Here's
let's
the
go.
thing.
Ah!
They've
Never
had
came
so
out.
much talent and direction behind those short films. They could have made a movie if they just got the right people. They could make a full-length movie. It could have been a side story to the games, only really purely for Halo fans, and they probably could have made millions off of it.
Oh, I don't know about millions if it was just the
Yeah.
Halo fans.
Yeah, probably like
I feel like you could get the
They could
sci-fi
make
fans
money.
though.
They
I mean,
could, yeah, you get
look at
sci-fi fans.
because like
What if they create a story and then they just pump freaking manga out?
the
about
story's
it?
already
So-
done. The story's
They-
finished.
yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Honestly,
wait.
so I just read a Star Wars manga that was basically just an adaptation of a novel.
Yeah.
If they did that with all of the Halo novels,
Yeah.
I would
So-
love that.
So it's
So
like they
here's the
make
thing,
they make
what
their own thing for the Halo
they did
fans,
a-
but then they do manga.
I know
and, like,
they did
people
that
cringe.
short animation movie, which kind of sucked. But if they did
Legends? The Reach, Fall of Reach.
Fall of Reach. Yeah, it ended before the good part.
Yeah, it did.
If they made a full movie about that, I think you could captivate people. People who don't know about Halo. There's enough story arc, enough character development from the whole novel to make one movie, and it could be good. But I don't know what happened. They just kept making short films. I was like, "Where's the full movie?"
Do you
Okay.
think that's a Microsoft
But then
thing?
people watch the movie. They're like, "Hey, that girl that has that voice, she's the girl that's on my computer and stuff. That's cool."
Yeah.
The cartoon.
Wow.
They got rid of that, I think.
Oh, they
I don't
did?
think that's a
I
vegan
swear
movie.
it's still on mine. I
It mi-
swear it is.
It might be.
Oh, I've
Is
never
Windows
used it, though.
11 coming out soon?
Uh-huh.
I've never
Oh.
used it. I want to use it,
Are
but
they
like
gonna
I've
do like a
never used it.
free transfer over thing? Could claim
Yeah.
it for free.
Yep.
That's fine. As long as you don't have to pay like $100 for a new operating system, I'm fine.
Okay. I'm going to be that guy. Be that guy thing, okay?
So
Trust
it
me,
should
pal,
be
you're not
sold
that guy.
For $100.
Today's Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
Do you have tomorrow off?
Yeah. I was thinking, yeah, I should get my ass up and work on the video. Just get up at like 5:30 like I usually do and just work until like 4 and then look at my progress and
Jeez.
You'll be
save.
done with the
If
video.
you did
yeah.
that, you would be done with
That's
the
11
video.
hours.
Thane, let's say
Holy
let's say
freak.
let's say you worked for like 45 minutes.
It's not 11 hours.
Straight?
It's 8 hours.
Then
No, I mean 2. Sorry. I worked from
5 to
Oh,
5.
yeah, because you
two.
go to 2. Yeah.
Then what
Yeah.
if you even did that every
Used
hour?
to
You
get
did like
like
45 minutes, you took a break. 45 minutes, took a break. What if you just did that?
You get
Yeah.
done.
Dude,
You would
that'd
get
be
done
crazy.
tomorrow.
I think I'm
Crank
gonna
that
work on
baby
some
out.
of it tonight because like I should just work on
No,
it.
don't do that because you're going to be really tired if you stay up
Yeah,
late.
no.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna look at it and probably plan it out, see what I got.
Okay, you can do
do
that.
it,
But
yeah.
go to bed at a good time so you can wake up tomorrow and be ready to go.
Oh, so you don't work tomorrow.
But it's my day off. I want to have some fun.
Yeah, you
Do
can
it-
have fun
Do
later.
what Zay said. Do what Zay
He has
said.
fun
Work
every
for
day.
like
I
45
know, he has
Zane,
fun every
Zane,
day.
You live in a paradise. You have fun every day. No
he
one
literally
stops you.
slaves away
No
at
one
Wendy's and
stops
then
you.
when he gets back, then he comes home, either sleeps or has just
Grinds.
enjoys
He just
enjoys
grinds.
his life.
Yeah, Thane.
So do what
Not
Zay
that
said.
bad.
Then work for like 45 minutes or an hour. Stream for a little bit. Then come back after the stream and work for another 40. You could get a lot done
Or just
in 2
sit there,
hours.
eat food, and just watch something on your monitor, and then go back to work like after
Yeah,
it was a
do
little
that.
bit. Easy.
Speaking of streaming, I should get No More Heroes 2 done before No More Heroes 3 comes out because I did one stream.
Do it,
And I
baby.
should get that done.
Okay, I got a
'Cause
question for
when's
it.
Oh,
For
it's coming out this month. Damn.
I got a question for you guys. Do you guys like monitor the stream channel? Like, do you guys go back and put thumbnails and organize your streams?
Absolutely never.
Okay, that sucks.
Not really.
Because I do it, and I want to keep it really nice and tidy.
I saw you did it for the Apex one.
Yeah, and I want to change that thumbnail now to the new guy. So I think like with every season, I want to do it with Fortnite too. Every season we just update the thumbnail. So we're just gonna like
what's
there'll
the
be
best
100
thing-
streams of Apex, but like you can see what season it is because the thumbnails change.
Yeah,
What's
thumbnails
the best
suck
thing
making
about
sometimes, guy.
YouTube?
Huh?
It sucks to make thumbnails sometimes, guy,
Well, they're really easy.
Yeah.
but they're tedious.
You know
If you
what's-
don't care like
you know
me,
what?
You just make them look okay.
Here's
I like
the
thinking
thing.
about God.
About Twitch and YouTube. Twitch has some really good features that makes it great for streaming, but then YouTube has some features I would love to have on Twitch or that YouTube should do. Like YouTube, you can schedule streams and people will get notified. I know Twitch does it, but it's like cluttered with a lot of stuff, and it's not really like prevalent. Like, oh, there's a schedule. Like YouTube, they can like it tells you, oh yeah, they're gonna stream on this day at this time, and like it gives you notification. And what's best is that you can put a custom thumbnail. It's like, this is the stream. Here's the thumbnail and everything. And since YouTube is a video site, it does archive. And I know why Twitch does it, because they're not really an archive site. But the thing is, I kind of wish Twitch just had a feature where you could say archive stream, because you have to re-upload the
You
stream.
used to could. They
Why
got
did
rid
they
of
get
that
rid of it?
because it costs money.
Yeah, there's probably too many
They're
people
a
wanting to archive.
multi-million-dollar company owned by
Billion.
Amazon. $1 billion.
Doesn't
Well,
matter.
yeah.
They're saving money doing it. Especially if they can just export to YouTube instantly. They're like, we'll just let YouTube do it
I
for
think
us.
that's legit. They're just like, you know what? YouTube's already here. Why?
Compete.
Yeah, why compete? Which, in my humble opinion, I think is silly, because I love competition. Competition makes like when
Whoa,
Ninja
yeah,
signed.
yeah, yeah.
When Ninja signed with Mixer. When Ninja,
Obviously it's good, but like they're not doing it. They're not trying to make the competition because they're not going after that market though.
They already have their.
But
market.
here's
They
the
have their
thing.
market.
I don't care about that.
Here's
What I'm
the
saying is,
thing.
I personally like competition because
Yeah,
it makes
it better for you,
and everyone else on the platform.
but not for them because they got to work and put money into it. They're not going to do that. They don't care if they don't have to.
I understand. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm just saying I like competition. I don't know. You got to go after me.
I'm just trying. I guess I'm going to bat for Twitch because I understand why they don't care about making competition. Obviously, competition's good for the consumer because it makes our experience better.
Yes.
But then if they don't care about us, which they clearly don't,
So-
they're going to keep doing whatever they want to do and not make the experience better.
I
for us.
understand.
We're announcing it right now. We're gonna start live streaming on YouTube.
We're announcing
Yeah.
it right now. We're making our own live
So
stream.
we have a bigger
streaming
audience
site.
on YouTube.
It is
Hey,
called
I mean-
Watch 'em.
might work out.
Watch 'em.
I would love for YouTube to have
TV.
like I would love for
us.
YouTube to have like a host feature, a bits feature, like a raid feature. I'd
Yeah.
love to have all that, and I would stream on YouTube if they had all of that.
Yeah,
but,
and
but those three things are the reasons we stream on
Well,
Twitch, because those are really good
yeah,
features.
and the reason is because it's the same thing but reversed. YouTube doesn't need to do that because they don't have the streaming market.
Yeah.
Their market is literally videos. They just put streaming on the side, just like Twitch has streaming as their market with some videos on the side. It's literally that's what they did. They said, "All right, we can't win at what they're doing, but we can monopolize what we do good," and they're gonna do it.
And see, I would say that YouTube, though, is in the streaming game. They're paying people to only exclusively stream on their platform.
Yeah, but they're not going to make the streaming experience better than it already is. I think they're
They could if
complacent.
they start ripping. Twitch
Obviously,
At
features.
they
least both
could.
have
If they
Obviously,
custom
they
started,
videos.
if they
could.
started ripping Twitch features.
I don't think they're in the market to make it better than it already is.
If
though.
they started ripping those features though, and then they just start tweaking a little bit of things, like just a few things. Oh yeah, totally.
They could
I
get
think
into
they
the-
could.
Yeah, obviously they
I
could.
mean,
That's not the point.
I think YouTube would. I think YouTube will.
I don't think they will.
I think they're already doing it.
I think it's complacent. I think they're happy with what it is, and they already got a pretty good audience from the streaming thing. But they know their bread and butter is videos.
I'm not arguing that. I don't stream on YouTube, and I don't really watch streams on. That's not true. I watch streams on YouTube, but like as far as how user friendly it is and whatnot,
Oh,
I
dude.
actually love how you can rewind streams on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's better for that.
Oh, yeah.
100%. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying they know
All right,
what they
here's the
do,
thing-
and
here's
that's
the
what they're
thing
going to
about
keep
it.
doing.
But overall, I mean, for me, YouTube is so much better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
Here's the
agree.
thing. All right, here's the thing about YouTube. One thing, I just want the hosting feature. I don't care about the rate of the bits. I just want the hosting feature. So it's like it helps smaller creators.
That
grow.
is easy. I mean, why wouldn't they just do that?
Yeah,
Wouldn't
I
it
would
be like
love
a
to see a
no-brainer?
hosting feature.
Like, I feel like that'd be so easy. I don't know.
That's the
But
one
it'd still
thing I want
work.
for YouTube live streaming.
What it comes down to is they're not going to put money into it if it's working as it is right now. If they don't see a need to, if there's not a clamoring amount of people saying, do this, they're not going to put money into development and researching to see if they actually do need it. There's no point for them to do it.
Also-
Especially if somebody already does it better than them and they don't care to take that market. Because they took the market enough where they're happy. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying what it is. Because I agree with you guys.
Cole.
It's better, and it would be better if there was competition. It would be better because YouTube's honestly, their
I know
players
you like to
are
play
better.
businessman, but do you? I'm just asking. Do you want one? Do you
What?
want a hosting feature on YouTube?
I don't care.
Okay, fine.
I
That's
just-
not for you.
I just think it would be better if they did it.
Yeah.
Sure. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care about the hosting feature on Twitch. That's not my market. My market is literally just where can I watch live streams of people playing Pokemon.
I do, and like that's the thing. People like me want it. I know you.
Then
don't
clamor
want
for it because that's the only way it's gonna happen. You have to make an uprising on Twitter or uprising on Reddit or whatever.
Okay,
Get it to be a noticed thing, and then they might do something.
You know what I do want on YouTube though? A channel merger feature where it's like you have multiple channels. You can just put it in like one thing. Like you have a bunch of different channels, and you just kind of like want to claim.
That's
all
much
them.
more of a thing that I would see
There's-
happening before
yeah,
any of
I'd
the other
love
stuff
to
we've
see
talked
that.
Wait,
about.
like
I'd
in what
love
way
to
though?
see
Because
that.
like
So like
if
you
you
know
go to
Cypher
someone's, like,
PK has
homepage-
like a million channels.
if you go to his homepage, you scroll over to like you can go to like the channels
Mhm.
part, then you have all of them listed right
But
there.
what I want
I think
is
he's
like
talking about
is that what you mean?
uploading it specifically.
yeah,
Yeah.
what I want is like you upload one video and then you can put it under like a different label instead of a different log into a whole different channel. You can put it under a label like
I'm with Thane on that one.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
Even us, we've got 3 different channels right
yeah. So say
4
say they
different channels
So
right
say
now.
it's a feature we have all these channels. We got to log in and do it. Say we have this feature where it just kind of
We have like a
collapses all the
mother
one
channel,
channels.
so
And you
over all
can
of it.
subscribe to specific quote unquote
Yeah.
channels.
Yeah,
And that is something more likely to happen than any of the other stuff you
that
talked
would be
about.
so cool to have.
Because that's more of a YouTube specific feature.
And say you want to subscribe and you want to see everything from this channel group like thing. Like it's a one channel but it has like different sub channels, like a sub channel feature. Like like say you only want to see from the main content, but then there's another like sub videos from like a number 2 channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. It makes
And you
sense
can
and it
just,
would
like,
work
it's
good.
just on one profile and you can upload it to that's like just like one profile to manage all of it.
Yeah,
That would be really cool.
it would be. And that makes more sense. That's more of something I would see YouTube doing in the future than any of the other like streaming stuff we
And I'm
talked
kind
about.
of surprised they haven't done it because people have been using multi-channels for years
Yeah.
and they know it and YouTube knows it. So
And that all said, YouTube could do this stuff that I'm
Yeah.
saying they probably won't. I'm not saying they won't. I'm just saying they might not, most
Yeah.
likely not. They could definitely do it. I'm not. It's just not on the cards for them. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense for them to do on a business standpoint. And obviously, like I was saying, I prefer YouTube's site better. I think their players
Yeah.
better than Twitch.
oh yeah, their players like the best on
And
the
so,
internet.
if YouTube were to decide to go after that
Twitch's
market,
player
I think they could take
is
it.
just garbage.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's just garbage, dude. Like you're a streaming platform. You have millions. You know what? Fix your player. Fix your player, all right? I don't care about the
Thane.
Get yourself
if you
together.
upload. Okay, I
Thing.
don't care about you upload videos now. Just fix the
Thing.
player.
That's also not what they're going to do. They don't care to fix their player because it's not affecting their live streams, which is what makes them the money.
But
Some people watch VODs. That's a pretty dang small niche thing that people actually watch VODs. And if it's a clip, the clip automatically plays. You don't need to rewind it. If you want to rewind it, you literally click play again and it starts over.
Sky, what was one of your topics?
Yeah.
We don't even have time for any of
Sky,
them.
Sky, say one, please.
Do you want to like link me your topics so that I can steal them for Thursday?
No.
Are we not doing a podcast tomorrow?
No, we're gonna take
We're
it
just gonna
Thursday.
do it on
I
Thursday.
think we're gonna stream tomorrow.
Okay.
Um,
No, don't say that. We record this today as it uploaded.
well, we're gonna be streaming. If you heard this the day it's uploaded,
We're in the same
streaming
clothes as the
tonight.
next
Yeah, we
episode.
are wearing the same
Yeah.
clothes as yesterday, so
That'd be so funny if we just do the next podcast right now. It's literally the same clothes.
or we just switch clothes. I'll
I
put
don't
your
know,
clothes on.
when
you
you
put
guys-
Sky's
Oh
clothes on.
yeah!
I'll put Thane's pants on.
When you guys say stuff like, "Hey, make sure to do this on the podcast," like they don't need to know this. It feels awkward, unnatural saying
It's
that.
much more of an accountability thing. That's why we
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
it makes you more accountable.
I feel like if anything, it's more like a personable thing. Like it's like we're sharing, like just because
The
everyone's
insides.
part of it too. So I
Yeah.
mean, you're
Bit of
just
a behind
sharing
the
more of like
scenes.
yeah, you're just
But it
sharing
just
it with
feels,
them.
I don't know, it feels weird just saying, "Hey, make sure to put this in." Like, I don't know. I'd rather keep that out. It's like, no, I got it. All right, I got
Well,
it.
I think a lot of people click on, or at least one of the reasons I like to watch people's podcasts is because it's them. It's not them in front of the camera, it's them. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
podcast is who
Yeah,
they really are.
like this. Beep. Zay, make sure you edit that out, what I just said, because
Yeah.
that was bad. See how, like, personable that is?
No,
you don't get
I'm
that
not
kind of
gonna edit it out.
uncut coal.
No, I'm not gonna edit it
ever.
out. The people want that. The people
But
need
you
it.
They don't-
They're
they
gonna
don't
get
need
it.
that.
You know
That's
I'm coming
bad.
from,
Yeah.
right? I don't want any behind the scenes talk. Like I just want.
See, and I think that's
Upfront.
why
Hey,
a
you
lot
don't
of
want any of
people-
the show business talk.
Yeah.
You just
I
don't
don't know, I
want
just
people
want-
to. You don't want people
You
to
don't
know
want
your
you don't want
workflow.
anybody to grab you by the balls.
Like a bull. Or like in Step Brothers, and he's like, what if I'm just showering and like she's like,
No, I come
I've
out of
already
the
had
shower
the young bull.
like
I've
it
already had
says,
the old.
butt
You wish
naked.
you-
It's like my chest, from my chest fro down to my no,
Ball
it's
ball
sack.
fro.
no, it's like
My-
from my
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 chest
chest row
hair to
down
my
my
down-
ball
to my
sack.
ball
I think he says
fro.
my head,
Ball
my
fro,
afro
yeah.
down to my ball fro.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
okay.
he's like, what if she says, I've already rode the old bull. Now I'd like to
the young
I
calf,
like the
yeah.
young calf, and grabs you right by the horn.
But she grabbed me right by my wiener, and he's
I
like,
thought he said
"Shut
the horn.
no!
I thought he said by the
No,
horn.
She's like, what if she grabs me by the wiener?
Shut the up. Thank you guys for watching. Here's a
Okay,
heart
thank
for you.
Sorry, we didn't get disguised topics because we just talked
Yeah, 'cause
about
we were on a
nonsense.
tangent. You see, here's the thing, Sky.
Like Will
he
Smith
doesn't
and his
really.
acting.
He doesn't really like want to interrupt anything. I mean, I commend. Him
I
for
definitely
it.
interrupted. I interrupted 15 minutes before, and I said before we get into it, I wanted to see which one of us was going to upload a video this week, and then
That was this. See, you did that and unleashed this stuff.
It
just the
unleashed the
freaking
beast.
beast.
Whatever that was.
Here's the. Yeah.
So
Sorry,
I
wait,
definitely
the heart shows
interrupted.
up on the
I
camera.
definitely interrupted.
Sorry, we should definitely like when it hits 30 minutes. We should
Well, it's
definitely like, you
fine,
know what,
like,
Sky?
Here's the
Let's-
thing:
let's
is like
do-
I don't want to just interrupt because that's really dickish and
Yeah.
doesn't flow. Like,
No, the way you did it, I think is fine. That's how I would have done it, Sky.
yeah.
We just didn't get to it because it ended up running longer
Well,
into the other thing you brought up.
Let me
And
just
also-
throw this one out
Also,
there.
my
real quick then.
topics, I put work into it, and I want to end the episode. So it's like you better put.
Can you save for next time, though, Sky?
I want to do this one just real quick. 'Cause
Oh,
I
okay.
think it would be fast. Plus, I think I don't know. We could probably do it in 2 or 3 minutes. But what would you say are some of the most iconic moves in video games? And I will throw mine out.
Hadouken!
Hadouken's one. I will throw mine out. I think that Sonic's
Spin
his
dash?
spin dash, like where the
Yeah.
homing missile
Yeah.
attack. I
Oh,
think
that's just
the
that's just the
iconic
homing missile.
Link's spin sword.
sword spin.
What about mini T spins in Tetris?
Oh, the
Where you spin the T as you get into the
Yeah.
right spot?
Or the L spin.
What about Mario's fireballs? Is that an
Yeah.
iconic one?
Well,
It
his
used to
jump
be.
is
I
a
wouldn't
bit-
say
it's like
anymore.
boing, boing.
I'd almost say his jump,
Yeah,
is much
his
more of an
jump- the
iconic
sound
thing.
effect.
What about the
Well, it's more the sound effect, but how?
what about the barrel roll / alien roll or whatever that is?
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
Star Fox.
Yeah.
So what was like? Did they never address that?
Well,
So
yeah,
you'd say
people, a lot of
barrel
people
roll,
do-
but it
a
was
lot of
called an
people have-
alien roll.
Aileron.
Yeah, alien
Aileron,
roll. A
okay.
barrel roll is like where you go like that, but an alien roll is where you go like that.
So they said the wrong term.
They did.
Yeah.
But
They
barrel
have-
roll
that's
sounds
rough.
cooler.
It was
That's
probably a rough
rough.
translation because it's a Japanese game.
Oh my
Other like things. Would you count just like dying in Grand Theft Auto as like a
Oh,
as
that's
a
just
iconic
that's
move.
that became a
iconic
meme.
move in a video game?
It's more of a meme.
Oh! Something better from Grand Theft. Just literally the jump in Grand Theft Auto, the
Yeah.
thing they do.
The hurdle.
Yeah, the hurdle.
Okay, so final question, and my answer is the same as the previous one. But what is your guys's? What are some of your favorite moves in video games? Like one of my favorite moves of all time is still Sonic's homing missile attack. I love it. It just feels good,
You jump
especially.
up. Oh, you jump up and do that.
Yeah, when you jump
Oh.
into a ball and just you could
The
just
homing missile.
fly across and smack things. That's always been one of my favorites because I think it complements the speediness and
You're
movement
just trying
of
to be
Sonic.
fast. You don't want it to be clunky.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
it's like
it
it's
just
good.
complements the speed of the gameplay.
Totally.
Probably any game with a grappling hook,
Yeah, that's fun.
except for
Grappling's
Zelda.
sure fun.
The Zelda grappling hook's kind of just meh.
It's slow.
Nope.
It's sluggish.
I
Oh
like-
my gosh! Freaking just drop the grappling hook. Turn yourself into Spider-Man. Insomniac Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is the greatest. So good.
Is that your
You know what,
favorite?
before it,
Favorite.
Batman. Oh yeah.
Which one? Oh, the grapple hook?
Arkham games.
Is that your favorite video game move?
No, my favorite video game move I think is Max Payne when he just dies and goes.
Can you
Oh,
count
that's
Spider-Man
so sick.
slings as a Throwing-
more
throwing
of a,
rope
it's more of a
around?
comic book thing, but yeah, like
I would.
It's a
transcendent
move,
to
I
video
guess.
games.
What about you, Zay?
Two that come to mind would be one would be Enzo jumping off like
Oh,
a-
into the
eagle's-
hay?
Yeah, Eagle's perch
Enzo.
into the
Enzo.
What's his name thing?
Is it Ezio?
Ezio.
Oh,
It's
sorry,
Ezio
sorry.
Auditore Differente.
Yeah, he jumps off that
Into-
into the haystack or like whatever it is and just bah,
Well, that was
that's
for-
so
well,
satisfying.
it
'Cause
wasn't
you
just-
jump from
it wasn't-
so
Yeah,
high.
so
Hey, you
It
wouldn't
wasn't
limit.
just
There's no way.
Ezio.
Don't try to
Altair
hold
did it
kids.
first, and then Connor, and then what's his
The
name?
guy in Black Flag,
Hatham, not Hatham. It's
the pirate man.
yeah, the
Jack
pirate
Sparrow.
guy. His last name's Kenway, and then a bunch of other guys did it, and I
Jack
don't
Sparrow,
even
Kenway.
care.
Nice.
Even the Viking did it. I don't know if they do it in the new ones.
Was
Kinda
it
sad.
Was it Valhalla?
Yeah, I don't know if they do the hay barrel dive.
and Odyssey.
I don't even think there's really climbing in that game. That's really sad.
So,
What does Assassin's
a
Creed
question,
become?
I got a question for you, Assassin's
better
Creed
game.
buffs. Is
there still climbing?
I've never played an Assassin's Creed game, but I would like to. What should I start with?
Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. Mind you, I've literally never played any
No,
of those games.
stop.
Oh my gosh!
Zay-
Cole!
I'm gonna
Zane-
stop you
Zane
right there.
thing.
I'm
Where would
gonna
I
stop
start?
you right there.
Where would
I
I
think
start?
They're
start
gonna
with
say-
4.
4?
Oh, I thought they were gonna say 2.
I've heard that
Dude,
3.
2
I
or
heard
3
everybody
was
says-
amazing.
Yeah, I've heard everybody say 3 is where
3.
you
I've heard
start.
3 sucks.
Really?
No.
Yeah,
I've
I
heard-
didn't really get into
I
3.
heard
I never
3
beat
slaps.
3.
Dude,
So,
that was the first one that
this
I
is-
played. Sky, just do it.
This is what I heard.
No, here's the thing.
One,
So from my personal experience playing like all of them up to 3, I never finished 3, and I don't think I've ever played
I've heard
4.
that
But I
one is
like
bad.
Assassin's Creed 2 way better than 3.
I've heard 1 is bad, 2 is the best, 3 is bad, 4 is pretty good, and everything else after that, except for Odyssey, Origins, and Valhalla,
Unity
are
and
bad.
Syndicate. There were Unity, Syndicate, and the Rogue or
Yeah,
something.
Rogue. Those are all
ones
very
in the
mediocre.
trash.
See, I heard
So,
3 slaps.
okay. I have played 4, a little bit of it. I played maybe 3 to 4 hours of it. Literally an hour of gameplay. 2 hours after that was me just messing around.
So here's the thing
killing
about
people 'cause it
Valhalla,
was
Odyssey
fun.
and Valhalla. Like compared to
They're
all the
different
other
games.
ones, they're like 50 to 60 hours long.
Yeah.
They injected
It's
it
literally
and they
an
padded
RPG.
those games out. It's an RPG,
Yeah,
and
it's
people
not-
said they are padded.
It's not an
to
action
hell.
game anymore.
They're padded to hell.
But I've heard they're
beyond.
great for what they
So
are.
you've actually beaten 3 though?
Yeah, played through the whole thing
You can
multiple
vouch for it.
times.
What's sad is like I really like the idea of 3. I like the time period it's set and everything, but I've never wanted to play it because of how many people I've heard say the gameplay's just not as good as the second or the fourth
See
one.
that's the good thing is like you don't know that. I mean I have no
Oh
idea.
yeah, sure, I guess.
So like because
but I played a little bit of the fourth.
I
so
played
would
all the
kinda
way
know.
through 3 and like because it was on the Xbox 360, so I thought it looked
Yeah.
great. Gameplay was I thought it was great. You can like there's so many things you can do and it just feels fluid. Even like the fighting, like because like it reminded me of like Batman. Like the fighting system, dude, it's so freaking fun. Like you get combos and like it's like almost like Sonic. You can jump from person to person. Like it just doesn't stop. It doesn't feel like clunky or anything, dude. 3 is so much fun. You should play that one, Sky. Just give it a
I'll
shot.
give it a shot.
I really
It's
like the
freaking
setting
fun,
of that
dude.
one.
It's
That's during the
freaking fun.
Revolutionary War, if you were curious.
Yeah, dude. You can get like cool guns, cool blades. Yeah, dude. It's
So yeah,
it's good,
Valhalla.
dude.
Like I remember Assassin's Creed was like the one thing was known you can climb anything, and then I look up Valhalla and said like the climbing sucks in that. It's like dang, that's what it was kind of known for was like parkouring across streets and sneaking. And now all Valhalla I've seen gameplay of is literally just fight after fight. It's like
So it's like a hack and slash. at
yeah,
that
it's
point.
like that's really not what Assassin's Creed was about. It kind of now is different completely. That's what made it stand out unique. Now it's just an RPG, like a hack and slash RPG.
But
Like-
that sounds fun to me, to be honest.
like-
that sounds better than the
Yeah,
other
like
stuff.
that's. I guess that's why I fell out of love because it just lost its identity. Like it's just a name and a time period now. It's like oh Assassin's Creed. Like I'm pretty sure if they do the ninja thing, it could bring it back because obviously it's ninjas climbing, escaping, assassinating. That's what ninjas do. But I'm pretty sure they're not going to get to that point because so many games have done it. And so they're probably just going to do another like Assassin's Creed Slavic or something. I don't know.
Slavic.
Yeah, I mean that could be a cool time period, but again, it'd just be a hack and slash.
What if they did an Assassin's Creed set in
Just
like
with-
cyberpunk or the future?
Well, I think
They
I
have
don't
done that.
know.
It's called Watch Dogs, Skyler.
Yeah, it's
That's a bad
Watch
game.
Dogs.
I'm not wrong.
It's set in the Assassin's
I'm-
Creed universe.
I'm
There's
literally not
evidence-
wrong.
Yes, there is
Oh, wow.
evidence like I
Wait,
think in like
that was Ubisoft, right?
yeah.
Did Ubisoft do Assassin's Creed?
In Watch Dogs 1,
yeah,
Yeah.
they made
yeah,
it.
Wow, I didn't know
Assassin's
that.
Creed and Watch Dogs are owned by Ubisoft.
Did not
So
know
That's
that.
why I said they're the same
In
game.
Watch Dogs 1, you assassinate a guy from Assassin's Creed 4. That's literally the connection right there.
That's
Do you,
crazy.
okay, Sky, do you know how the Assassin's Creed world like actually works?
All I know is in the third one, you like go back and forth between time.
That's
I
all
think
of them.
Yeah, that's all
It's
of them.
all the-
It's
okay.
literally when you're in the time period esque.
You're in this thing called the Animus.
It's like a VR thing.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
so
You're
that's
connecting,
why
you live out
it's
things.
the same world.
I
So what you're
see.
doing is like a person is connecting with their ancestor to like find stuff and
In
like
the
the
past.
first I think like the first trilogy with the other two after like with two more games after two was like they're trying to find like the apple of Eden or something. Yeah, like it's a treasure. I don't know what the other ones are, but I know that was like for the first 3 games.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Before we go, I want to point out Mountain Lightning's aftertaste that I have right now. Not great. Not loving it.
Oh yeah, and just to
I hate
say,
it too.
Brotherhood and Revelations, the ones after 2 and in between 3, they're they're pretty much just rehashes of 2,
Yep.
especially Brotherhood.
Well, speaking of rehashes, that's the end of this podcast, which is just a rehash of all the other podcasts we've ever done.
Next
Am I
time
right,
we'll make
gamers?
hash browns.
I'm sorry we took so long to end. I just want to explain. what
Hash
Assassin's
browns
Creed
are really
was.
hard to make. But you know what's
Chop,
not hard to
chop,
make?
Chop, chop.
A subscription to the Radkatz YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's not hard to make us a buck.
Basically a click.
Yeah.
You can try it out. It's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. If you want to see more of our smiling faces, we live stream 3 times a week. Sometimes more.
Sometimes
less.
Sometimes less.
In fact, you might see a few streams from me. I don't know.
And if
Maybe
you're,
I'll get my
if you're an
lazy
audio
butt up.
listener, thanks. You didn't get to see the hole in my
Mm.
crotch or the hole that's starting to
You
form.
didn't get to see when I exposed
I'm
my
sorry about
penis
your
right here.
pants.
You looked at my
Yikes.
penis.
Hey, audio
I tried
listeners,
to. I
here's
couldn't,
my
though. You're blocking
my
it.
penis is right here flopping, and then the people in comments like he's a liar. I'm
You're
watching
blocking
the
it.
video.
He's
He
a
has no
liar.
penis.
He has no penis.
This man's a charlatan.
He's a
I
Barbie
love that
doll.
word, charlatan.
Let's slap an A on your chest and call you Emma.
Emma Stone.
Mhm.
I'm not easy A. I'm not the easy A movie.
Thank you guys again.
Easy thing.
Have a good rest of your week. We'll see you later. And as always,
Keep it mountain lightning.
Don't
Ciao.
Don't deep throat too much
Ka-chow.
dick.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yikes.